The radio was the first wireless mode of communication, sending messages by radio waves instead of wires. Radio waves occur naturally in our world, and the invention of the radio helped us harness those waves for communications. During the 1860s, Scottish physicist James Clerk Maxwell predicted the existence of radio waves, and in 1886, German physicist Heinrich Rudolf Hertz demonstrated that rapid variations of electric current can be projected into space in the form of radio waves similar to those of light and heat. In 1866, Malone Loomis, an American dentist, successfully demonstrated wireless telegraphy. Loomis was able to make a meter connected to one kite cause another one to move, marking the first known instance of wireless aerial communications. In 1895, a young Italian named Guglielmo Marconi invented what he called the wireless telegraph while experimenting in his parents' attic. By 1899, he flashed the first wireless signal across the English Channel. 2 years later, received the letter S, telegraph from England to Newfoundland. This was the first successful transatlantic radio telegraph message, and it happened in 1902. He used radio waves to transmit Morse code, and the instrument he used became known as the radio, an achievement for which he later won a Nobel Prize. Marconi is proof that you can live in your parents' attic and still be successful. There is hope for me yet. Radio works by changing sounds or signals into radio waves, which travel through air, space, and solid objects, and the radio receiver changes them back into the sounds, words, and music that we hear. A two-way radio consists of an audio transceiver, a transmitter, and a receiver in one unit used for person-to-person voice communication with other users with similar radios. A radio broadcast is a one-way transmission originating from a radio station. Originally, radios couldn't transmit voice, they had to transmit through Morse code. However, by the early 1920s, radio played an important role in people's lives, and over 500 stations were broadcasting news, music, sports, drama, and variety shows. In 1923, it's recorded that the Victoria Police Department in Australia were the first department to use two-way radio wireless communications in their patrol vehicles. And by the 1930s, most households in the US and Europe had at least one radio. In the evening, the family gathered around a big console that was usually located in the living room, where they might spend hours listening to said variety shows, audio dramas, or comedies. This led us into a period of mass communications that we had never seen up to that point in human history. Of course, as radios got more popular, military applications were quickly developed, and they were used extensively in World War II. Reconnaissance and troop deployments were streamlined, and warfare looked completely different than it did in the previous war. World War II was responsible for the invention of the walkie-talkie, a more mobile and easy-to-use version of a two-way radio. In the modern era, two-way radios are used in a wide variety of fields and industries and offer easy-to-use push-to-talk communications and instant connectivity. Some two-way radios now feature virtual assistants and utilize cellular LTE signals to help create a communications ecosystem. If you'd like to learn more about two-way radios and their applications, subscribe, ring the bell, and give us a call at Two Way Radio Gear. Thank you so much for joining Fast Facts. We'll see you next time.